Congrats. You just ran out the bag, huh? Yeah, yeah. Them folks finna come take it from you now, huh? Yeah, yeah. I understand. You didn't set up that trust, did you? It's all good, man. Come step to my office. We can handle this. Here are 5 ways an irrevocable trust can save your family hundreds, tens, or even hundreds of thousands of dollars in estate taxes by removing assets out of your personal name and from your taxable estate and leveraging strategic exemptions, especially when structured around high income assets like real estate, investments, or possibly life insurance policies. Number one, assets are removed from your taxable estate. When you transfer assets like a home, life insurance, or businesses into an irrevocable trust, they are no longer legally yours. Wink, wink. This means they aren't counted towards your estate total value. And so, calculating estate taxes, which sometimes can be as high as 40% federally, this means they aren't counted directly towards your estate total value. Calculating estate taxes, which can be as high as around 40% federally. And additionally, state level taxes may also apply. Number two, strategic use of lifetime gift exemptions. The IRS allows individuals to gift to a certain amount tax free over their lifetime, currently around 13.6 million per person as of 2025. Transferring assets into an irrevocable trust can count towards this exemption, allowing you to produce wealth or to give wealth without triggering an estate tax. Okay. Number three, irrevocable life insurance trust, otherwise called now an ILIT. Some, not all, life insurance policies or proceeds sometimes can typically be taxed when the policy is owed by the deceased, especially in the case of what's called a modified endowment contract, otherwise called a MEC, especially in the concept of what's called infinite banking when the owner of the policy is funding the policy and overfunding the policy, typically in the ranges of around maybe 10,000, 15,000, 20,000, sometimes even $100,000 per month that they're putting inside the policy. Sometimes, if it's not structured correctly, that can create what's called a modified endowment contract. Now, if that happens, a lot of people, if they own a policy on themselves and it's not owned by a trust, a taxable event will be triggered in that case. Not all life insurance policies are set up that way, especially for most people. 90% of people who have life insurance policies, if it's set up correctly, are not going to trigger a modified endowment contract. But if it was, and for high net worth individuals, they need, if they want their estate not to be taxed, especially life insurance to their beneficiaries, they possibly need to put their life insurance policies into an ILIT, an irrevocable life insurance trust. Furthermore, if the policy is owed by an ILIT, the payout goes directly to the beneficiaries free and does not inflate the overall estate value. This alone can save families 50, 500, 5 million, sometimes maybe 50 million in overall estate value, depending on the policy's worth. Number four, state level tax avoidance. Many states impose their own estate or inheritance taxes with much lower exemption thresholds than the federal level. By removing high value assets from your own personal estate, you may avoid triggering state taxes entirely, especially in states like Maryland, New York, or even Massachusetts. Number five, growth happens outside the estate. Once assets are in the trust, any appreciation, example rising property value or investment gains, also occurs outside the estate. Okay, this prevents future tax liability growth, which can be substantial over decades, especially if you're very savvy when it comes to investing and growing wealth for you and your family. Okay, and just to possibly give a real world example in this scenario, let's say you own a $1.5 million home and you have a insurance policy that is around 2 million in insurance. Without a trust, your total estate value is around 3.5 million, potentially triggering federal and estate taxes. With an irrevocable trust, the home and policy and any outside growth that you currently have are removed from your personal estate. Your taxable estate drops below the federal exemption threshold. Your heirs receive full value potentially saving 100K through our 500K, depending on your state and estate value. Now, if you'd like to learn a little bit more about this and how we could possibly help, please feel free to reach out to me, comment, DM, personal message, whichever one you choose, and we'll try our best to get back to you, okay? Take care.